Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. I've been meaning to talk about this because I feel this is very important to talk about this particular subject. All right. They seem to be this thing once again. This fascination by the clear people and referring to black people as gorillas, making the gorilla reference, the monkey reference, the ape reference, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like it was important that I talk about this subject. Now, in case you don't know, a few days ago, there was, I guess, a news station. I think it was in Oklahoma City somewhere, whatever the case may be. Isn't that where Skip Bayless is from? Go figure. Now, and I'm going to get to the people that try to tell black people and try to define racism for us, because I'm finna get to y'all too before I end this video. Now, there was a segment where I guess there was this black man. He was at a zoo, and I guess he was visiting, I guess, I don't know where they keep the apes and gorillas. So he showed a picture of a gorilla. So the lady says, "Wow, that looks like you." So of course, people were outraged. They called the TV station, demanded that she be fired. Now, of course, she's not going to lose her job, but she had this old fake crocodile apology saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, and I said something that was offensive and disturbing, and I'm not like," they always say they're not like that, they're not a racist and all that type of stuff. Look, most people have smartphones. I got a smartphone. I can research any type of information that I want via my phone. All I got to do is Google it. Or I can Wikipedia it. And I can get the information I need. The problem that I have with a lot of Caucasian people, they try to play these games like they don't know that that stuff is offensive and that it's racist. And she played that tune. And of course, the black dude had to accept her apology, and he was talking, what I'm saying, talking all soft and talking about this could be a learning experience, and yes, I was offended. Look, and we talk every day and we're friends. Well, with friends like her, who needs enemies? I've been called a monkey several times on my channel by, in particularly, whites and Mexicans. It ages every once in a while. Now, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny when they call me those names and I call them names, then all of a sudden they hollering about, "Hey man, why you bringing race into this?" Well, you said something racist about me. I'm not allowed to respond. And see, once again, it's that mentality that a lot of people try to throw at black people with the turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? Let the Lord fight your battles and all that type of stuff. Well, God put the will in me to fight my own battles. Because one, that's another thing that people try to use against us. Oh, turn the other cheek. Well, let me ask y'all something. Do the KKK, did they ever turn the other cheek? Or the neo-Nazis? Or any other white supremacist groups when they were just grabbing black people at random and murdering them? I thought it say thou shalt not kill. And I mean, they were murdering people just because they were black. Torturing them, jumping them, beating them up, cutting off their genitalia. But you didn't hear it, and then they'll have the audacity to sit up in the church on Sunday after they didn't innocently murdered a black man or a black woman, or, sexually assaulted a black woman. The hypocrisy. Okay? And that's been going on a lot. This ape thing that white people like to refer to black people. And then just last week, we had the controversy with Bud. Doing an interview with Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan, all you got to do is Google it and type up Joe Rogan's racist rant. This man did a whole segment where he said he went to all black theater. He said it looked like Planet of the Apes, Africa, and then he had two other white fucks giggling with him like that was funny. And he got a pass for that. But they sort of swept it under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Then you had Sergei Kovalov referring to Adonis Stevenson as a gorilla. And then when you bring this up, then people want to try to say, oh, well, that's not racist. You get people that are not black trying to define what racism is. And that take nerve. And that's the epitome of a white supremacist who think his opinion is supreme over everybody else's. Once again, you guys don't have that right to define what's racist. And then the thing is, you get a lot of guys trying to talk like that. A bunch of cornballs on YouTube, like fat pudgy white boys, you know what I'm saying, with little man complex, with a fake Shia LaBeouf / Christian Slater looking like a dope fiend Shane McMahon, trying to tell black channels they shouldn't talk about racism and racism doesn't exist. Okay? According to them. Yeah, okay. By you saying that, you already then revealed your true colors. And your true colors is you have an issue with colored people. Okay? And you are a racist. You are a supreme racist. And you're a liar and you're a coward. Okay? Now, it's funny, they want to bring up what Floyd's supposed to say or Adrian Brunner, but according to y'all, racism doesn't exist, right? So, I get it, only black people can be racist. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, I'm waiting for somebody to bring up a history of black people like going into white neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, basically beating up white people, or black people burning crosses in front of white people's lawns when they move into the neighborhood. Because there's been very few cases where white people get jumped by black people just for being white. Now, I don't condone that, if that has happened. But it's been way more cases of blacks getting beat up, murdered, and assaulted for being black, minding their own business. Because I ain't seeing too many, I'm keeping it 100. I'm not seeing reports and videos of white people getting the police called on them for no reason. But it sure is a whole bunch of incidents with blacks. You can't, if you black, you can't barbecue in peace. You can't sell lemonade in peace. You can't even move into your own your own brand new house in peace without somebody calling the police on you. Or you can't even make eye contact with somebody that happen to be non-black without them calling the police. I just seen an incident where a white lady called the police on a black man because she thought he looked at him. Looked at her. Now, since then, they say that officer has resigned because he was humiliated because he was made out to be a racist. But he gonna go work somewhere else because people, because people saw what he did. So let me get this straight. You having the police approach you for allegedly looking at a white woman. Isn't that what got Emmett Till where he was? Like I said, you fucks don't have, like I said, the right to tell me not to talk about racism. And before somebody said, well, what about what's going on where I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what's going on with y'all. Because the same way you insensitive what's happening to me, why should I care about what's going on with you? I'm just keeping it 100. That whole gorilla thing is just ugly. Let's go back to some more incidents. Don't you remember a few years back with LeBron James posing, I think, with Tom Brady's wife on the cover? I can't remember the magazine. Was it GQ? Where they made LeBron James like do that, the ape pose, and people were outraged. And I don't blame them. Now, LeBron James was very young at the time. Probably if he could go back, he wouldn't have did that. Wasn't a good look, but just wasn't a good look. And LeBron took an L for that. He took an L for it, and it is what it is. But LeBron James, outside of basketball, has done some great things for the brothers. It's no denying that. But like I said, the gorilla thing. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Let's go back even further to the early 70s with the whole Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier dynamic. I think one of the most epic mistakes Muhammad Ali ever made, which a lot of people were mad at him about, was how he treated Joe Frazier. Now, to you Muhammad Ali apologists that's gonna sit up there and say, oh, well, Joe Frazier, get out of here. Muhammad Ali went overboard. I've seen all the videos. This man was calling Joe Frazier a Uncle Tom and a coon and all that. But this was a dude, a brother that was going on white media outlets, talk shows, punching a gorilla and all that type of stuff. So basically, you calling him a black man an Uncle Tom to white people. And that was an epic mistake that Muhammad Ali made. Like I said, my grandmother to this day can't stand Muhammad Ali because of that. And a lot of black people were bothered by that. And Muhammad Ali never really properly apologized. And don't come on here and say he did and all that, because he didn't. That's not true. Muhammad Ali, during a post-fight press conference, he should have apologized in front of the world to Joe Frazier. Instead, he told Joe Frazier's son, go in the locker room and tell your dad I'm sorry. And Joe Frazier was like, you tell him to come do it. Like I said, unfortunately, Joe Frazier went to his grave despising Muhammad Ali. And when there was reports that the Nation of Islam, and I don't know how true that is, because it's really been no proof. When they were saying that the Nation of Islam was taking all of Muhammad Ali's money and Joe Frazier gave him money, so that's why Joe Frazier was betrayed by that. So you Muhammad Ali apologists can save that shit. He never properly apologized to Joe Frazier. Okay? So stop it. Don't even try it. So that gorilla stuff goes all the way back then. And it just goes to show you how hurtful it is. And people need to understand something. Joe Frazier's kids got terrorized in school. They were making fun of his kids, saying your dad is an ugly black gorilla. Like I said, Muhammad Ali went overkill with that. And don't give me that shit about he was just trying to sell a fight. This is the difference between trying to sell a fight and then you humiliating somebody. He went overboard. Drastic mistake. But I still got love for Muhammad Ali, because he did, besides that, he did some great things. But I have the right to speak on that. But I'm just trying to show you how ugly the history of that word gorilla, even using a reference to a black man and a gorilla. It's racist. It's been racist. It will always be racist. And for people to try to dumb it down and say, oh, they didn't know that was offensive, stop it. You know it's offensive because you call me that. I've been called an ape. I done seen 7-8 get called an ape before. I done seen Black Fight Fan get called an ape. Ticket Bit called an ape. They done call Fred an ape. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? And for people to try to play dumb and act like they don't, oh, I didn't know that was a racial slur. I didn't know it was offensive. And then, like I said, you had these same clowns sitting up here talking about racism doesn't exist and all that. Man, shut up, man. Stop it. Lying. You're lying. I didn't know that was offensive. Yes, you did. Some people went as far to say, oh, people need to take a joke. But then as soon as you say something about them, then here they come. Like I said, don't start none, won't be none. But this needed to get addressed, because I feel like I'm the only one that talk about these type of things. You know, I'm not going to monetize this video because it's not what you would call suitable for being monetized. But we need to talk about this more often. And we need to stop letting people disrespect us and call us that. So that's for, you know what I'm saying? I see people in the comment section say, yeah, those, you know, when you hear these people making these anti LDBC videos calling us a bunch of apes, And then these dudes walking around, you got certain people walking around calling other people racist. But then they say we need to take a joke. Well, I don't find that funny, because I would love for you to call me an ape, and you know what I'm saying, and I got a weapon in my hand. We'll see how that turns out for you, since you think that's so funny. We'll see how funny that is. Okay? But anyway, this your boy Town Biz. Thank you for listening to this video. I'm out.